No, we will not become like that which we reject. We're running against two sitting United States senators who, they do a lot of sitting. When they heard the results of what had happened in Georgia, they called on the Secretary of State, the Republican Secretary of State, to resign. That somehow it wasn't supposed to turn out that way. What do you mean? It wasn't supposed to turn out that way. Explain that to me. And then earlier this week, we heard that another sitting United States senator from another state called the Republican Secretary of State in Georgia and said, "Can't you do something?" No. So, listen, we will not become like that which we reject. Our ballot is a blood-stained ballot. It got there through blood and sweat and struggle. I'm John Lewis's pastor, and we remember him tonight because if he were here, he would tell us to vote like we've never voted before. And John Lewis understood what he meant because the vote was not for him something easily won. He had to take that long and difficult and dangerous walk across the Edmund Pettus Bridge with nothing but a backpack on him, and Hosea Williams beside him, and Amelia Boynton, who had also been gassed through that epic struggle. They did all of that for us. And when John Lewis was crossing that bridge, he didn't know that one day he would be the recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. He didn't know that at his funeral, 3 American presidents would show up, Republican and Democrat. That's not why he did it. He stood up because it's right to stand up. Dr. King said that the time is always right to do what's right. Sometimes we think about the civil rights movement as if those victories were inevitable. They were actually quite improbable, but they stood up because they understood that the moral arc of the universe is long, but it bends toward justice. And we don't know when that arc will bend a little bit closer toward justice, but it is our job and our responsibility to bend that arc. Are you ready to bend that arc one more time? We the people are the only ones who can push our country toward a more perfect union. We the people. Who are we? We are those who work because we have heart, but too often we do not have health care. We the people. Who are we? We are the folk that they call essential workers, but they don't pay them essential wages. We the people. Who are we? We are the folk who do not have lobbyists in Washington, D.C., and so when it comes time to provide funding for businesses, corporate elites like Shake Shack and the Los Angeles Lakers find themselves at the front of the line, while small businesses find themselves at the back of the line. We the people. Who are we? We are the folk who were sheltering at home while Kelly Loeffler was busy sheltering her Wall Street investments. And come January 5th, we the people are going to stand up and send her back home.